All right, fantastic. Good morning and welcome. Today is Monday, September 11th. How is everybody doing? All right, so this will be an exciting session this morning. In a moment, you're gonna see why. But let's see who here wants to make money with trading. Type in a yes in the chat box. Exactly. So, who here wants to make enough money with trading so that you can quit your job? Type in a yes in the chat box. Oh, yeah, exactly. And who here wants to make so much money with trading so that you can travel the world and live the lifestyle you always dreamed about? Exactly. Now let's see, how many of you want to get as much as possible out of our time together today? Oh, yeah, exactly. I want that for you because for most of you here with us today, this is going to be a long-term relationship between us. I promise you, because once I show you how simple this is, once I show you an easy way to trade, once you realize that this actually works, once you realize that you can do this too, and once you see that this can give you the freedom you always wanted, you will want to hang out with me for a lifetime. I promise you that. All right, so let's see. What are the markets doing this morning? In the upper row here, we see the indices. We see the E-mini S&P. We see the E-mini NASDAQ here. And we see the E-mini Dow here. Let me just make sure that I'm sharing the right screen. Yes, I do. And as you can see, all three indices are slightly up this morning. Why are they up this morning? Well, it seems that Hurricane Irma blew through Florida, knocked out many power to the homes, but it seems that many expected it worse than it actually is. So I know that it is horrible, and for those of you who don't have power in Florida, well, you probably are not watching us this morning. So anyhow, hope that everything is okay with you and your families. But this is why the markets are slightly up here this morning. Crude oil is down a quarter of percent here, and gold is getting hammered this morning. We're down more than 1% from Friday's close. Anyhow, here are the bonds as well. So the bonds are slightly down. And let's take a look at the bigger picture here and see what's going on. So here is the Dow Jones. And as you can see, we are still just range bound into trading. Last week, we ended the week with a loss, right? So we had this huge drop on Tuesday. And after this, the markets didn't go anywhere. So right now, pretty much sideways, and we'll see what this week brings. So what are traders concerned about? Well, let's see. As Hurricane Irma right now moves further north and keeps weakening, so they're not too concerned right now about Hurricane Irma. Of course, we want to see what's happening with the Trump administration this week. President Trump promised that he's working on the tax reform plan. So let's see if there's any news this week. And then, of course, traders are keeping an eye on North Korea. Let's take a look at the economic calendar to see what is going on this week on the economic calendar. Here we go. We go to forexfactory.com, look at the calendar today. No major economic reports are on the calendar. And so we'll see what is happening here today. Thus far, it seems that the markets are slightly up. Tomorrow, we only have the job openings. Not a major report. You see, it's only orange flagged. We mainly pay attention to the red flag report. So on Wednesday, we have PPI and crude inventories. Thursday, we have a lot of reports coming out right at 8:30, which is an hour before the opening because all times here are in Eastern time. And then on Friday, we have the core retail sales and the retail sales that are coming out also an hour before the markets open. So overall, it's relatively light on the economic calendar. So we'll see what happens here this week. But this is why I always say trade what you see, not what you think, right? Because I mean, thinking that this might be a quiet week, well, you might get surprised because we never know what the markets do. All right, so this morning, I actually wanted to talk about Forex trading because you see, I received this question a lot. Why don't you trade Forex? So let's talk about Forex trading here for a minute. First of all, when Forex trading, you're trading the currencies. And this is where they say, oh my God, Forex trading, it's so fascinating, right? The market, it's several trillion dollars. And then often Forex brokers are giving you heavy incentives to open an account with them. Now, you see, here in the US, in the United States, there's only a few Forex brokers left. Why? Because the United States tried to regulate the market, which is an unregulated market, right? And so I want to show you what I mean by this. First of all, Forex means foreign exchange, but there is no foreign exchange. Let me show you something that is really scary and should actually make you think twice whether you should trade Forex or not. So here I brought up the, I don't want to do this. I brought up some quotes, right, from the euro versus the dollar, one of the most popular currencies here. And you see that right now the bid is at 119.77, the ask is at 119.78. We had the open here, the high and the low, right? I mean, not surprising at all. So this is the quotes that we get here from investing.com. Now I go to a Forex broker. So we'll go to forex.com. And we'll see right here, these are the quotes that are provided by a Forex broker. See, the bid and the ask is at 76 or 78 and 79. Right now it matches up, but you'll see that in a minute it will be different again. And this is the scary thing here. The reason why the quotes are different, and I'm going to bring up a third source here. The reason why these quotes are different is because the Forex broker is giving you the quotes. And years ago, before they started regulating it here in the United States, here's what happened. The Forex broker would take the other side of the trades. Now, this is when they say, oh, no, you can't do this anymore. You can't take the other sides of the trades. And this is why many Forex brokers left the United States and moved then to overseas, mainly to London or Australia. This is where most of them are located right now. Do you see the discrepancy here right now? There's a bid and the ask of 119.79, and here it is still 177 and 119.78. Let me just bring up a third platform here. And it's not because the quotes are delayed. It's not because the quotes are delayed. So here's a third platform, and I want to bring this up, and let's see if we can somehow magically get them all on one screen here, which I know it's a little bit ambitious. But you see here, we have 119.77, and right now the market is rather quiet. But take a look here of how the quotes are different. You see right now it is at 119.78 and 119.80. Here it's 78 and 79, and here it's 77 and 78. How can this be? Right? I mean, in the futures markets, if right now you're trading the futures markets and you're looking at the quotes of the E-mini S&P, they are exactly the same everywhere in the world. There's no difference because it is being traded as an exchange. So this is why I personally don't like trading Forex, because you are trading against the house. So last week I had a discussion with a trader, and she said, you know what? I don't like placing stop losses in the market because I believe that the broker is gunning for my stop losses. You know what? If you're trading Forex, you're absolutely right. When you're trading stocks, options, or futures, there's no way that the broker can do it. You see, when you're trading stocks, options, or futures, your stop orders are being held at your computer most of the time, or at the broker's computer, and only being submitted to the exchange when your stop loss is being hit here, or when your stop order is being hit. So this is why there is a huge difference between trading Forex and trading stocks, options, and futures. I like to trade a regulated market, and the same with binary options. With binary options overseas, it is absolutely unregulated. Here in the United States, it is regulated, and this is why we trade binary options right here at the at NADEX, the North American Derivative Exchange, which is regulated by the U.S. authorities. So I know that right now, wow, there's a lot of questions flying in, and let me see if I can grab some of these questions here. Let me just quickly take a peek at the markets, what they're doing here this morning, going into the opening. Okay, well, we'll see what happens there. All right, but let me go back to to showing all these different platforms again. There we go. Now let's take a look at the questions that you have here, because there's also a lot of misconceptions around Forex. Okay, good. So, is trading the currency futures aligned to Forex but regulated? Sully, this is an excellent question. If you are trading currency futures, yes, then you're trading at a regular exchange again. And when you're trading at a regular exchange, as such, it is regulated. So I used to trade currency futures, but you know what? I got my butt kicked. Apparently, I'm not a good currency trader. I'm doing much better trading crude oil, trading bonds, and trading the indices than trading the currencies. Why is that? I don't know. I just experienced when looking at my trading log that this was one of my weaknesses. And so, what's the best way to stop losing money trading the currencies? You simply stop trading the currencies. It is really that easy. And that's what I did. And this is when my trading improved, right? So this is why it is so important to keep a trading log and making sure that you know what's working for you and that you also know what does not work for you. Okay. So you see here, by the way, I mentioned it this morning, gold drops at North Korea, tensions subside. You see, North Korea, Kim Jong-un, the crazy guy there, said that he wanted to do some crazy stuff for their 69th birthday, which apparently the nation's birthday that happened this weekend. So apparently this hasn't happened, and this is why right now everybody thinks, okay, maybe he's not as crazy as we all thought. Well, I wouldn't bet on it, that's for sure. So anyhow, so this is why I personally do not trade Forex. And you see, if you look it up and see how many Forex brokers got fined here in the US because they took the other side of your trade, it is scary. It is scary. Now, overseas, it is still unregulated. And this is why I believe that when you're trading Forex, you're just making it more difficult on yourself than it is. You see, I saw many Forex traders who struggled trading Forex. They moved to the futures markets, as Sully suggested here, where you're trading the currency futures at CME Group instead of a Forex broker, and suddenly they were doing much better because the broker did not take the other side of the trade anymore. Okay. Anyhow, so this is something that I wanted to talk about this morning. All right, let's see. What else? What else would you like to talk about here on a wonderful morning, Monday morning? Oh, let me show you which stock caught my attention this morning. Okay, so here is a stock that caught my attention. I was running the scanner here this morning on Forex Analyzer, and for me, with my settings, 4 stocks came up. CSIQ, and you see, I wasn't too thrilled here about the win-loss ratio or the winning percentage. So we had 8 winning trades, 11 losing trades. So wasn't too thrilled about this. I looked at LL, and LL recently had a gap, and right now it would be buying a new high. So I'm not too thrilled about this one here either. But then I saw SBGL. Now SBGL, as you can see, had nice, beautiful trends both to the upside and the downside. Let me get rid of the crosshairs here. No, not the horizontal guide. I wanted to get rid of. I wanted to show this, but I didn't want to show the crosshairs here. There we go. Okay, so nice and beautiful trends. Recently was going up, is giving us now a sell signal. And look at this. We had a total of 10 winning trades, 4 losing trades. We have a win-loss ratio, a risk-reward ratio of approximately 1 to 4 and a profit factor of 6.59. So this is definitely, I mean, I love this stock here. So I will definitely trade this one, SBGL, here this morning, looking for an opportunity here to short at 5.57. See, you only risk 31 cents. That's a beautiful thing. You only risk 31 cents trying to make $1.20. So we'll see how that goes, right? So that's definitely something that is on my radar here for this morning. Okay, Sully says you saw this also. My stop order is pending. Absolutely. Cool. Okay. So, SPGL, what does it have for options? There are probably a few options available. Yes, there's a strike of 750 and a strike of $5. So both are obviously puts because we want to trade it to the downside here. And the entry price are $1.84 or 23 cents. Risk and reward here, we're looking at a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio for the in the money strike, and this is the one that I would consider uh, trading here, right? So you have a 1 to 3 risk reward, but it's also a pretty cheap stock with only $5.77. So you might want to consider this. All right, fantastic. Well, this wraps it up for a Monday morning. I hope that you had a great time. I wish you a wonderful week here. Hope that you're making lots of money, and we'll be back tomorrow morning, and then definitely we'll be revisiting here SBGL and see how this is doing. Okay. All right. Fantastic. You have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.